Is working for Grubhub worth it? Stick around and I'll show you how much I made after a 7-hour shift. Welcome to the Framework Fortune YouTube channel. I am your host Ben, and if you want to build your financial freedom, start your journey now by hitting that subscribe button and the notification bell. This is part 3 of my Grubhub experiment. The first 2 videos were about working only an hour and the app and some of its uses. This video is going to be about everything I learned after a 7-hour shift. Now, the first thing I want to get into is the flow and consistency of orders. So with some of the other apps, the orders can be pretty random and they can send you to a place that's nowhere near where you're at that moment, which can really mess up your money. So with Grubhub, I noticed they don't do that quite that much. There was a lot of orders that would come in and it would be near where I was dropping an order off at, which was great. Now, that being said, I did do a lot of driving in a lot of different areas, but when you drop off an order, if you instantly have another order and the restaurant is really close, and it keeps happening like that, so you have a chain of pickup and drop off, it works out pretty well because, for one, you're not wasting a lot of time and that's not cutting into your money. You do drive a little out of the ways. There's not really zones like there is with DoorDash or any of the other apps. So you can end up 20-30 minutes away from where you started at. Now, there was one order out of the whole 7-hour shift that was nowhere near where I was at. So I did reject that order. But the rest of them, it worked out perfectly. Like I said, I was all over the place, but the way it all chained together, it worked out just fine. So I believe they try to be more consistent with giving you orders near where you were at that moment, and that helps a lot. They do have the new Grubhub driver card, which is like a credit card. The other apps all had it already, had their own credit card. Grubhub just got it. This is new. I just got it this week. But out of all the orders that I took, none of them I had to go order and pay for. And Grubhub stated with this that if you do have to go take an order or make an order and pay for it, that you will get more money on your delivery fee for the time spent at the restaurant. So hey, if you're making more money, that's great. Now stick around till later in this video to find out exactly how much I made. After this 7-hour shift, I noticed that I was not as tired as I normally am trying to do DoorDash and some of the other apps back to back. Normally in 7-8 hours, I would probably get in 20-22 DoorDash orders and Postmates, all those together, where with Grubhub, I believe I only did 14 orders. We'll see it later when I show you how much I made. But it may surprise you how much money I made on those 14 orders. Now, one of the orders I took was kind of a decent sized order from a really nice restaurant, like a 5-star restaurant. So I was expecting to make some decent money on that one. Well, after dropping off and tipped included with delivery fee and everything, it was probably around like $26, $27 that I made on that order. They tipped me $15 and the delivery fee was like $11 or $12, something like that. So almost $30 on one order is more than I've ever made on any one order for DoorDash or Uber Eats or any of those other apps. Now, with the shopping, the grocery shopping apps, you can make $20, $30, but they take a lot longer. For a food delivery app, $25 to $30 for one order is pretty good. So, all in all, my experience with Grubhub was pretty good. I still highly recommend it. Do some research for your area though and see if Grubhub is prevalent and used a lot, because if it's not, then you're going to run into the issue of not being able to get that many orders. You want to use apps in your area. If DoorDash is really prevalent and there's a lot of people who order DoorDash, then you probably want to go with DoorDash. Now, some areas it may be Uber Eats, some it may be Postmates, some it may be Grubhub. So do that research first, and you can always do multiple of these apps like I've said before. So let's go ahead and get into it and show you how much I made. So 147.55. Now I know it says 8 hours, but it was actually only 7 hours. I got a late start, and when you schedule blocks, you have to start your availability within 10 minutes of that block starting, or they will cancel your blocks and you won't be able to get those scheduled hours anymore for that day. So I had to go ahead and be available, but I was rejecting orders because I was doing some other stuff for that hour. So really, I only worked 7 hours, but it shows I worked 8. But you can see there, delivery pay, $82.46, tips, $65.09. So for 7 hours, 14 orders, $147.55. Now, if you average that out, that's a little over $20 an hour. And to do that with DoorDash, you have to be very strategic and you have to be very consistent. With Grubhub, I didn't have to use that much strategy. I only rejected 1 or 2 orders that were kind of out of left field, and the rest of it was just taking my time, going to the restaurants. All the restaurants were fast. It was really, really an easy, nice, relaxing 7 hours of work, which if you work anywhere, you probably have never said that before, but it was actually not bad. So for 14 orders, $147, that's averaged over $10 an order. DoorDash, very rarely do you get $10 an order. So Grubhub's consistency is what is shocking to me. It seems like they really have everything together to where the restaurants are moving fast and the orders are coming in the right way to where you can maximize your profit without you having to work really hard for it. I enjoy working for Grubhub. Now, I don't do Grubhub full time. I use it merely as a side hustle like I do with the other apps. But since I've started Grubhub, I've really cut back on using the other apps because it's not really necessary. So if you're looking to make a full-time income with one of these rideshare apps, I definitely recommend Grubhub. 157 hours, you do that five days a week, you're making pretty decent money. So it is possible with Grubhub to make a full-time income. If you want to use it as a side hustle, do it. Go for it 100%. It'll be a great side hustle for you. If you can work 10, 15 hours a week, maybe make an extra $250, $300, why not? It is there and it's available for everybody, so check it out. If you'd like to see more videos on Grubhub or any of the other rideshare apps, then leave me a comment below saying, hey, make more videos. If you're new to the channel, make sure you click the playlist here to learn more about these rideshare apps. Remember, if you want to build your financial freedom, start now by hitting that subscribe button. I'm your host, Ben. Until next time.